Okay. Hi, everyone. We are live right now, and I'll walk you through the data sets I have. I'll take a couple of minutes before we start our day. For this is basically in continuation to the VCs, that is WSIS 2025, which is happening in Geneva right now. This is part of the ITU. ITU stands for International Telecommunication Union, and I'll walk you through the data sets of what I feel is important from the point of view which can be utilized for different purposes. I'll take a couple of minutes before we start our discussion, and particularly, I'll be not focusing a lot on the color coding today, but we are going to focus on particular numbers and the significance, the way I see and way the AI bots have retrieved that data set for us. So, the focus of today would be discussing that in detail as far as we can go. And obviously, communication network has to be the prime in this because we like it or not, as a whole, in terms of the Homo sapiens sapien, forget the fact how many people or what is the percentage of the uh, humans connected to this www, but that is the world wide web. What is important right now is to understand and appreciate the fact of not the subscriber list, nothing. I'm just going to talk about numbers, and I'm going to talk about numbers the way I feel is okay for the on-chain projects. And that number game can be, deployed anywhere in the coding, maybe in different capacities. It's just that there's too much noise in the online world right now, which has become a garbage, and that is not being attained in terms of the SGD codes. Many folks are trying to take fiat currency or the bitcoins or the cryptocurrencies, which is just a use case study to understand the importance of the internet as a whole. Um, Stay tuned. We'll be walking through a lot of data sets today. Okay, so in continuation to the discussion, I already shared few data sets for Goldman Sachs, and it is appalling to see the dilution of intellectual property rights as a whole. For the longest time, the first contract work which had given to UK patent agents or patent attorney was way back somewhere from 2007 to 2010, because I already discussed that case. I mean, um, the inventor was from Malaysian origin, and he was based out in, um, or he was working for a UK company at that point of time. And that particular innovation was in the bioreactor. So, how it used to work in those days, I mean, people don't understand what intellectual property rights is all about. So, I'll just go into that details data set first, and then we can go ahead from there. The patenting landscape from the international work point view was very different. I mean, in those days, the inventor's interview, it was recorded and it was converted into a CD, that is a floppy disk and CD kind of situation. And those used to come to us via DHL and the other courier services at that point of time. So this is basically before the, I would rather say, whatever it is, because the financial sector will understand that better. And the way it used to work is you have to log into your AirPods or whatever stuff, and then listen to the inventor's interview, make pointers, and then, decide. Because what happens is there's a lot of garbage. 99.9% data of what inventor is proposing, they even don't know. It's just that what I feel today is the whole onus and everything comes on the patent agent and the patent attorney, and that is the reason why in other countries the richest of the rich, they are from the patenting background, because they don't work in that format the way, I mean, in India also maybe few of the folks are working that way, because we have some firms in India which are doing quite well in terms of the monetization part, in terms of what they have built in the infrastructure. I mean, uh, go and look at the buildings of the patent attorneys who have built it over the years. And what I have built over the years since 2006, because being an international arena, blah, 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 a lot of infra in terms of intellect, a lot of infra in terms of the connections globally. 140 plus countries is not a joke. And it's not that it's just word to mouth kind of thing, or word of mouth. It's not word to mouth, it's word of mouth, sorry. So I'll just take my word back. It's word of mouth. It's not word of mouth kind of work. I don't go to clients or anyone. I select my own people. I'm very particular about stuff, because after I had written those patent applications for the telco from the year 2007 till 2011, I mean, those 4 years of my life, I have no cognizance of what happened in the world, what was ongoing, what was incoming. My only thing and my only submission was wake up in the morning, see what is in, and when you actually get into the technology and when actually you are in the mode of creating something, it is very different. So the numbers which I want to talk about, and probably, I'll just get back to my work right now, is look at the number 85. There's what I see, at least from the standpoint view, as to what most of the coders are doing is they are taking the multiple of 5, because they think, like, 5 is the balance number and 555 is kind of a miracle number or the angel number. Honestly speaking, everything is negated to 0, because events, probability, and stuff cannot be given a number. However, the number which is resonating right now for today is, let's take it 85 and identify the 85 events. Let's do it like this. So we take the number 85 first, then we are identifying 85 events from the year 1885. Okay, so what we need to do is we are going to play the table game. I don't know how many people are good with the tables, but I understand tables very differently. On the Impala network, we do coding on a different format. So what we need to do is, let's look at the positive point of whatever has happened. Um, Take the number 85 and 85 events from the year 1885, and then add 85. Just do plus. So it is basically 1885 plus 85 plus 85. So not much to be done in that way. So 1885 plus 85 is 1970. Okay. So first year would be 1885, then is 1970. 85 wins. Let's just focus. And the Patent Act was actually enacted in 1970 only, I think so. Anyhow, so the point of contention is we are just going to take 2 years right now, 85 events of 1885, 85 events of 1970, and let's just code it our way. Everybody is free to code their way. Identify the events, whatever resonates with you, because our work is totally different. We are in the framework, and framework is very, very, secure that way. And the other thing is, internet would be only available to people who are utilizing it for the right purpose. Otherwise, it is like a personalization. So internet is going to personally work, whether it's a prepaid or a postpaid, and particularly the India's jurisdiction, even it is NRIs, ABC, OCRs, or whatever, that doesn't work. So that is how we want to work right now. And let's look into this factorial stuff. And the other stuff I wanted to just touch base is this particular innovator. She is a female innovator working in a college south of India, and perhaps they had filed a patent application for a food recipe composition which got a node from the, I mean, it's a granted patent application. So the point of contention here is all these yoga bars and everything, top to bottom, in terms of the people who are introduce any kind of bar in the market, they're actually infringing upon this particular patent application, because even though they are not using the seaweed, the rest of the ingredients are being utilized in some way or the other. So this particular innovator should be getting the royalty. But the point of contention here is there's no point going to the court in this regard, because they will simply say that in the claim one, the CVD is not there. So, this is not infringing upon the intellectual property rights. But the way I know intellectual property rights, it is infringing the intellectual property right of the innovator. So we are going to do the coding in smart contracts and see what happens next. Thank you for watching out the video and have a great day ahead.